Yeah, I mean, can I just be real though about Rodrigo?
Go ahead.
I think he actually needs to find some shame. I'll be so real. Like, I'm dead serious. Like, they've told you to pack your calabash. What are you waiting for, bro? Like, I don't know, man. If they don't want me, why am I hanging around?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Shirtless Plantain Show. This is the weekend review. A lot of games happened this weekend. Coach did what do we even want to call it? A preview to tell
It
you.
was a weekend preview of the shit you should watch, and I was not wrong. I'm never wrong, you know?
And even when he's wrong, he's right. So pay attention to that.
I don't make the rules, you know? So,
Exactly.
yes.
But before we get started, I'm your host Tosin, alongside Coach. Coach, how you doing today, man?
I'm chilling, man. To be honest, I don't know if I want to talk about the Premier League this week. Actually, no, I do want to talk about the Premier League this week. Let me be real. I do. Yeah, I definitely do. But what we just witnessed,
We'll get to it. I think as babies we learn something called order, right? We have
yeah,
structure and we have things in place. We'll get there. I know
yeah,
you're excited to talk about the Premier League, but
yeah.
all the leagues are back, the big leagues are back, and we're gonna start off in our favorite, well, my favorite league outside the Premier League in
Mm.
Seria, the home of racismo, because they even did a racism in Seria. Welcome back, because that's what they're
Yeah.
doing, right?
Wasn't it McKinney that suffered some in
Yeah,
yeah,
they cook at a niga. That's what they did.
yeah,
That's what they did. It's nonsense, but what can we do? It's Italy. It's like the sun rising in the sun rising. It happens. But Sassuolo played against Napoli.
mhm.
They lost 2-0. The defending champions started with a nice little win, and guess who scored for them?
I don't know, maybe McTominay and KDB, like, you know, maybe.
According to sources, that's what happened.
Yeah,
So yeah, Scott McTominay and KDB left sunny Manchester for sunnier Napoli, and they got goals. So
yeah.
them. There was a picture at the end of McTominay just chilling on the side.
Literally lying down, like, what's his name? Oh my God. What's that picture? Was it a picture of Arsene Wenger lying down on the
Yeah, on the
beach?
beach.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yes. I do have a question because they are right now in talks, serious talks, I think advanced talks to sign Rasmus Højlund because
Yeah.
Lukaku picked up a long-term injury. How do you think that affects them going into the season?
Well, I mean, he's had his best ever season in Serie A, so I mean, yeah. And he, if he can't score with KDB supplying him, then he might need to start learning. I don't know, a different profession.
Yeah.
So
I
yeah,
think I think going to Italy would be good for Rasmus. I think that I wouldn't even say it's a step down. I just think getting away from the media noise and the hype in England, and he's going
yeah.
to a coach that loves strikers in Conte. So I think that
Mhm.
that'd be good. And he also has players that can supply him in KDB, and whenever McTominay wants to decide to be the McTominay Terminator, he can just get out to space. So it's good for him. Como Lazio, Nico Paz, he picked up where he left off, a golden assist. I don't know what was better, honestly, coach. I don't know if it was his assist or if his free kick that was better, but he was just kicking ass and taking names. Take the floor.
No, I don't know if there's many. How many players in Europe can play that pass that he played with that weight of pass? Like
They
how many
don't
players in Europe?
they don't exist on my team, so
There's not a lot, bro. There's genuinely not a lot. Honestly, it was just really wonderful to watch, and I think him having Fabregas as his coach as well. I think is just he's just gonna keep flying, man. Like I'm really glad that Como are here and they're supplying what I want to call they're supplying the feeling. They're bringing the feeling back.
yes.
Um, yeah, man. I'm glad, man. Yeah.
And I know you and Cesc have the most contentious relationship, but objectively, he's a good coach. You have to.
Yeah, I can't front he's a good coach, and the fact that he beat his old coach, one of his old coaches, what's his name? The smoker. I've forgotten his name now.
Oh man, that sorry.
Sorry, yeah, sorry. Like, sorry, gave him a pat on the bum as well. Just like, yeah, pause, but I understand. Like, yeah, your old protege is like whooping your ass now. It's crazy.
Yeah. Another team that has a new coach but disappointed in Milan. They now have Allegri as their coach. They played against Cremonese, and Cremonese upset them at the San Siro. A bicycle kick from ex Inter man Federico Bonazzoli. So Luka Modric looked good, but they lost, and Boniface's knee can't go to Milan. So unfortunate.
Sorry, but I would say outside of the scissor kick, which was mental, one of the goals of the weekend, maybe the goal of the weekend, to be fair. Um, Basque Rotto's celebration was so cool. Like Arnold Schwarzenegger will be proud of it. Like that sort of flex in there, and he got the pose down. Like you can just tell that he's been out here already. Like that's I want to see more. I want to see him score more goals. Because pause, I need to see that celebration a lot. Pause.
And the thing is, you could tell he's been waiting his whole life through that celebration. Like
Facts,
that
facts,
was his
facts.
moment to shine. The basketball was like, yeah, guess what? I got something for you. So can you please score more? Because I want to see what else you have underneath the sleeve. But Milan are pathetic. I don't know what else to say. I have nothing good to say other than the fact they're just
Do you know?
pathetic.
So do you know also that Liao's reaction to the winner was just like hilarious. If you catch it, you'll see like I forgot whose face was like. It was like a Kobe made the same face once, basically, like at a
Was it the
game.
one where Kobe picked up with him and his wife left the court, or was it a
I don't
different
know. It
one?
was just like when he went like that.
Yeah,
Basically, that's basically that one.
fair enough. Roma against Bologna 1-0. Wesley got an early second half goal for Gasparini's new club. But do you know what the big story was in this game, coach? Evan Ferguson, man of the match. He looks spry.
Sorry about that, guys. I'm gonna swear. I promise. I think Evan Ferguson is in the right league. That's all I'll say. I think he's in the right league, and there's very few like British talents that striker talents, should I say, that have come through that have impressed me as much as he did in his first year or so. The talent is clearly there. It's not gone anywhere. I just think injuries and weird coaches and shit can do shit to your career, especially as a young striker. So yeah, go to it, like stay in Italy, and just apply your trade there and see what happens afterwards.
Amazing stuff. Cagliari and Fiorentina was 1-1.
Mm.
A late equalizer canceled out a goal to share the points between these two. So nothing really to take away from there. Juventus and Parma. Parma also did a racism apparently this weekend too, which is, that's the McKinney. Yeah, they
The
did
McKinney
race.
stuff, yeah.
Yeah. Jonathan David makes you proud. You got to go. Uh,
Yo, yeah, he's gonna score a lot of goals, man. Like he's gonna score a lot of goals. I see it. That goal there is if he can score that goal in Italy, which he's proved he can, then he's fine. He's
yeah.
absolutely fine. He'll be fine.
And Juventus got a red card, and Vlahovic scored anyway. So it's
Yeah.
2-0, and that's all she wrote at the end of the day.
Mm.
Atalanta and Pisa was 1-1. Pisa is a newly promoted side. I got
Mm.
stocks in them because they got a Nigerian that plays there. Anytime a Nigerian plays somewhere, I'm paying attention. So there you go. They struggled at home. Atalanta did. Scamacca came back and he equalized in the second half to rescue a point. So
Mm.
shout out to Scamacca. And the last game in Seria, Inter beat the brakes off of Torino 5-0. There's nothing else to say other than the fact that they whooped their ass. This was a good old-fashioned thrashing.
Yeah, I didn't get to watch because I was watching some other bullshit, but yeah.
um, I'll tell you the goal scorers. Bastoni scored.
of
Marcus
of
Thuram,
course, of
yeah,
course. Yeah.
Marcus Thuram had a brace. Lautaro Martinez scored, and Angion Boni scored in the 72nd, and that was that. So yeah, so that's Seria. We're gonna go over to the Bundesliga. There was a lot of fun in the Bundesliga. Bundesliga came back on Friday. Bayern Munich played Leipzig, and it was 6-0. I think it was like 3.5.
Yeah,
And
so Harry Kane just decided to Harry Kane. Like I'm sitting there watching the game, and I've got West Ham, Chelsea on in the background, and I'm not moving. Like every time Harry Kane is hitting the ball with that hammer of a right foot, I'm just like, oh, okay. Like it's not impressive to me. It's just not impressive to me because big whoop, I'm Harry Kane, and I'm one of the best strikers of my generation. I can score whenever I like. Good for you, man. Fuck off, man. Like,
Elise and Luis Diaz scored in the first half. But Elise, man, Elise's lack of emotion is emotional to me. That's all I can say about him.
yeah, man. He's do you know what it is? He's like What in terms of his demeanor? What NBA player would you compare him to? Because I feel like he just kind of clocks in and then he really just
Quiet,
wants to not play. Yeah, go on, who?
quiet.
Okay, okay, I see it. I definitely see it. Yeah, yeah, I definitely see it. He's just, you know, he's one of the best at what he does, like Kawhi as well. And he doesn't seem to care that he's one of the best at what he does. He just wants to kind of not do what he does,
Yeah. There's
basically.
no personality, but when they do show their personality, it's like, wait, you can have fun?
Yeah, like when he's
Yeah,
running around the JBL and he's got Gunner and whatever else playing, I'm like, oh, okay, so you actually do have a heartbeat. That's really cool, man.
yeah.
I'm
Like
happy
when
for you.
Kawhi did the New Balance Fun Guy ad, I was like, oh wait,
Yeah,
you can have fun.
please,
Oh,
please don't speak in zeros and ones. Okay, I I understand. Yeah,
I thought you were mute, but here we are. Leipzig, they need to invest that Shesko money ASAP.
yeah. They'll probably find the next Shishko at some point. You know the Red Bull machine don't stop. So
Yeah,
whatever.
and Klopp's the head of the machine now, allegedly. Speaking of machines, Leverkusen lost to Hoffenheim 2-1. Eric Ten Hag's tenure started off with a bad loss at
Hmm.
home to Hoffenheim. And I was watching this game because they scored 1-0, and I'm a hater.
Hmm.
And the thing that makes me so happy is the fact that everybody was just, not paying attention to Eric Ten Hag. I said, my eyes are on you. Then Hoffenheim scored 2. I was just like, wow, yes. Who knew being a hater would be so fun? Leverkusen has lost a lot of players this year. Like a lot of players that contribute to them, like winning. Hincapié apparently is about to be the latest one out.
Yeah,
And it's just like, that's not a good team right now.
yeah. I think there's enough evidence to suggest that Evan Ten Hag doesn't make it to Christmas. Um, I'm that's my one steaming hot take for the Bundesliga this week. I don't even know if you call it a hot take. I just don't rate him. So
Neither do I.
yeah,
But let's move on. St. Pauli 3, Dortmund 3. Go ahead, coach.
one of the games I told you guys to watch as well. And what did I explain to you guys? I told you Dortmund are the most unserious team in the world. Like they were 3-1 up with like 21 or 22 minutes left to go, and I thought the type of goal that Brandt scored is the type of goal that kind of kills the game because it's so emphatic. And they were like, no, actually, no, we're gonna do a Dortmund, guys. And the first rule of Dortmund is you never go full Dortmund, but they don't seem to give a fuck for some reason. Like I'm actually just sick of them being so predictable in their unpredictability. Like I just knew they'd find a way to serve some shit up, honestly. But it is what it is. At least Mitch is happy. Mitch loves St. Pauli, you know. So
Yeah. I have a question for you. Do
oh,
You know what Jude and Joe Bellingham's dad does?
he was a police officer, I believe. He still is.
Okay. So their parents have been banned from Dortmund's dressing room. They
Okay,
were
good.
angry after seeing their son substitute at halftime when trying to confront the manager in the tunnel.
Good, good. It's none of your business. It's none of your business. Like, look at me. Yeah, I gave birth to two, potentially, well, at least one generational talent and maybe potentially another one. Good for me, like, yeah, fuck off, man. Like, mind your business. Like, you've raised them to go play for Real Madrid and Dortmund. Your job is done. Now let them actually just play football in it. Like, your job is done there. So, like, yeah, get banned. Yeah, it's what you deserve, man.
You see why we keep saying cops? We keep saying AAC. We keep saying they're all bastards, man.
Yeah, man, I don't fuck with the police, man.
Oh man. Union Berlin 2, Stuttgart 1. Union Berlin, they gave, Stuttgart the ball and the L. Two first half goals. Elias Ansa, his debut for Union Berlin, right? That
Mhm,
first goal he scored, listen, if you have not seen that goal, please go watch that goal. That goal is everything you want your kid to do when he strikes the ball. And his
mhm,
second goal was just like that too. Lock your ankles and just the things
mhm.
that you learn at U9. Lock your ankles and drive a ball. That's what he did. I was very, very impressed with that. So 2 goals in his debut. 6'4" German U20 striker.
Yeah.
And Voltamato was on the pitch, by the way, and he wasn't the big man today. It was the Ghanaian. So fair enough. So yeah. Stuttgart. Apparently they want to get some Arsenal players. So
Yeah, I mean they're looking at Fabio Vieira, and yeah, it's clear that they probably need him. So yeah,
come by, right?
yeah.
Frankfurt for Bremen 1. They started off their life without Hugo Ekitike with a 4-1 demolition of Bremen, and there was
Hmm.
some beautiful goals. Uzun from Frankfurt, like him, and Jean Mateo Boya. That's another one. That's a name.
Yeah,
That's
I
that's
did
the
tell
that's
you
the
guys as well. This is one of the games you need to watch as well. And 5 goals. I'm telling you, man, I never lose, guys. Honestly, good thing I don't bet because bookies would hunt me down. So
and also betting is haram, so we don't do that.
there's that as well. Obviously, clearly. So
Yeah. So yeah. So Bundesliga started this weekend, and Bundesliga is already over. So let's go to Spain.
yeah,
La Liga, Levante 2, Barcelona 3. I was watching this game. I was getting ready to go out on Saturday. I remember watching this game. Levante was up 2-0, and in my head, I said to myself, this ain't gonna last.
yeah. No, it's almost like the Kobe meme when he's like, "You had a good game." When he said to Iman Shumpert, "Yeah, you
Yeah.
had a good game." That's pretty much what it is because I've seen this story enough times in the last literally 365 days. Barcelona will concede not only a bunch of high quality chances, they'll concede a bunch of goals and be like, "Well, we've got bigger guns than you guys anyway, so it doesn't matter if we have a couple of flesh wounds. It's fine. It's
Yeah.
fine. It's a scratch. It's fine."
Yeah.
So and that's what happened. It's simply what happened. I think Hansi Flick gets more and more annoyed that his players not playing higher after they concede a big chance. He's like, no, push even higher. If you push even higher, they won't get that chance. It's basically what it is. Basically, it's just like, the more you hit me, the stronger I get. Sort of vibe. Basically.
It's sick. Pedri had a really good goal. That 25-yard rocket was disgusting because we don't normally see Pedri do things like that.
Nah.
But it's nice to know that Pedri has that in his locker just
Yeah,
in
he
case.
does. I've seen him score a couple like that, but when you're 2-0 down, that's when you kind of like, oh shit, okay, cool. Yeah. We really needed that.
By the way, Lamine Yamal, man. I mean, obviously Ferran Torres equalized, but
Mm,
Lamine Yamal's cross was so good that they had to head it in.
yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
saw that ball, like just even the trajectory off the ball, I'm just
Just
like
spinning, yeah.
in my head, I was like, you do know you're 18, right? This is not normal. Like you shouldn't be this complete at 18. Like, that's weird.
They can try him as an adult now, can't they, right?
Yeah, they can.
Okay, good. I'm just noting that. For no particular reason, guys. At all.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
He needs to be tried. You think Christensen can replace Inigo Martinez's leadership in the High Line?
I've never rated Christensen. I've just never ever rated him. Now he's clearly a good footballer because he's managed to have a career at Chelsea and Barcelona, so he's doing something right. I just personally have never rated him.
I
Go on.
was gonna say, do you rate any Danish players?
Do I rate any? Yeah, Klaus Jensen. He used to play for Charlton. Yeah,
I was gonna say Romadel.
he
I
he
think
also he also used to play for Charlton as well,
and
and
P.
if I remember correctly, PSV as well. But
Yeah.
yeah, I rated him because he wasn't just fast for a white man. He was like black fast. So that's why I rated him. So
Also, rate Laudrup as well. Mike, both of them, Brian and Michael. But
yeah, they were cool. Whatever. They broke my heart now. Yeah, they can fuck off and give a fuck
oh,
about
this
them.
is true. Never mind. You bring no bad thing. But yeah, we were saying Christensen obviously
Yeah,
played for Barcelona, played for you know Chelsea, so he's doing something right,
he's
like
doing
you
something
said.
right. But I don't know in it. Like what I will say is Barcelona can clearly get away with it because they got away with it last season. I
Sure.
just think potentially they might have to be a bit smarter in the Champions League if they're gonna play that way. That's my early sort of projection for them because there's some teams in the Champions League this year that will look at that high line and think, I wouldn't mind a bit of that. So let's just keep that in mind.
They also experimented. They put Rafinha as a proper 10 and Rashford on the left, and it
That's
didn't work.
that's kind of how I saw it going. To be fair, I actually thought they'd kind of go more Frenkie, Olmo, and Pedri with
Mhm.
Rafinha as the false nine, and Rashford on the left, and what's his name, Yamal on the right. And I think that to me, seeing what PSG did last season, um, I don't think there's a massive difference in quality between that front three and the front three that won the PSG, sorry, the Champions League last year. So
Mhm.
maybe that's what they might evolve into, and they still got the option of Ferran and Lewandowski as well. So yeah, I personally would like to see it. So yeah,
Atletico Madrid Elche was 1-1. Rafa Mir equalized after Solar's opener. Atleti huffed and puffed, and they didn't get a second goal, and that was that. And they haven't had a good start to the season, so
mm.
such is life. Real Oviedo 0, Real Madrid 3. I was paying attention to this game because Real Madrid did something they rarely do.
Hmm.
They didn't wear all white.
Yeah, that was weird. That was really, really weird. But I think what was weirder for me was seeing Valverde start a game as well. Like the guy literally hasn't has he do you reckon he's seen his family in the last like
No,
365 days? Yeah. So
I
so
think he's just been on the football pitch.
the whole time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm scared. I'm actually scared. Like I don't think I personally wouldn't have him playing football, any sort of meaningful football literally until maybe mid October. I'm being dead serious, by the way. Like, I just think he just needs a proper break and let him be in his own sort of training regimen to build himself back up to speed, and then he can fly from like properly start flying from the second half of the season because he played 73 games I think last year,
Mhm.
and he's already playing football. Like, come on, man. Like, seriously. So yeah, I don't know, man.
I don't know how to say Bodino before would in Spanish, but there. But yeah, Vinny came off Rodrigo.
Mm.
Rodrigo got a rare start. He did something really nice in the first half, a nice little dribble in between some players. He looked good, but I still think he should move on, right?
Yeah, I mean, can I just be real though about Rodrigo?
Go ahead.
I think he needs to. I think he actually needs to find some shame. I'll be so real. Like I'm dead serious. Like they've told you to pack your calabash. What are you waiting for, bro? Like I, I just, I don't know, man. I don't know that something doesn't feel right for someone to be that talented
Hmm.
and to have what he has in his resume already, and you're 24 years old, and you're thinking, I've done it all at Real Madrid already. If they don't want me, why am I hanging around? Like
Hmm.
seriously, why am I hanging around? I get Liverpool's a shit city. Don't get me wrong, but like and Manchester's also a shit city as well. But Bayern Munich are there. Bayern Munich still need attackers, by the way. The boat sailed with Arsenal already, unless we're going to get rid of a couple of attackers. But I don't know. But even then, like if you make shit shape kind of thing, teams will actually come in for you. But you're not even trying to make shit shape. Like yeah, man, find some shame, man.
Yeah. Vinny Jr. was a bit demonstrative this weekend. I got some fun facts for you about Vinny Jr.
Go on.
The first one is 10 months. This is his first away going La Liga in 10 months.
Ah,
And second, when he assisted, and then when he also scored, he looked towards Xabi Alonso almost to say, "Hey, you watching me?" And the assist, Mbappe got a brace, had to put his hand over his mouth, like, "Hey, man, watch yourself,
mm,
basically."
mm.
So, yeah, whatever. Villarreal 5, Girona 0. This one was for you. Tejan Buchanan got his first career hat trick. He's
Yeah.
the first Canadian male player to score in La Liga in history. So, score a hat trick, excuse me.
Mm,
And Nico Pepe and Rafa Barin scored.
mm.
They look good. We said this last week. They look good, but
Yeah,
there's something that Nico Pepe did that I know you paid attention to.
of
He
course.
brought his whole celebration back.
Listen, yeah, it restored the feeling. I was so happy. I was like, guys, it's the coolest, most non. There's no news with the celebration. There's nothing special about it, but it's Pepe. I don't know what it is. It restores the feeling for me. But yeah, Villarreal tore them apart. Another game I told you guys to watch out for, by the way. And I don't feel as if we even saw Villarreal close to how good they could be. Like they were pretty much they were pretty much I think 4-0 up in like 60 something minutes. So yeah, man.
Shout out to Villarreal. They look good. Let's go over to League On. PSG beat Angers 1-0. And PSG didn't really have any efficiency in front of a goal. They don't look like PSG. But Fabio Ruiz scored in the 50th minute. We've seen this version of PSG a little bit too often. Coach, question for you. Do you think it's long-term concerns or do you think this is just fitness issues?
Um I don't know, man. I don't know. Considering how many games that they've played, I don't know. I think it's again, it's one of those ones where you have to wait. Let's wait and see. Let's see after the international break, when the Champions League kicks in, and see what happens then. If things are, because again, it's going to be 3 games a week, and we all know PSG save their big hitters for the Champions League as well. So let's see.
Um, Marseille beat Paris FC 5-2. Small balls. They finally got big ball wins, so good
Yeah.
for them. Um, Moses Simon scored for the new boys, which is the only thing we care about in this one. But Rabiot and Rowe were turfed out. Do you think that's fair?
any misfortune that befalls Rabiot, I'm always gonna say it's fair. It is what it is. I think there's to be honest, the game itself, I have to be honest, Aubameyang's 2 goals are pure Aubameyang, pure class. Um, and yeah, Mo Salmon goal as well, I can't lie, was great as well. But yeah, I have to I've given a lot of shit to Aubameyang, but I just have to be clear and say that I think he's done amazing to still be doing what he's doing right now at this late stage of his career. He's going to be playing Champions League football, I believe. Yeah, he's going to be playing Champions League football again this year. Um, yeah, he was an awesome captain as well. But yeah, shout out to him.
Okay. Nice beat Auxerre 3-1. Dean Sun opened up his scoring this season.
He finally claimed him as well. He
Yeah.
finally claimed him. Like,
Terry Murphy.
finally.
Yeah, Terry Murphy scored. And his locks got longer. So shout out to Terry Murphy. And he might be getting caught up to Nigeria soon. So Terry Murphy, things are going his way.
Oh, it's not like we need another striker, but it's what it is.
God. No.
You shouldn't have. Another striker. Oh, you shouldn't have.
Leon 3, Met 0. Malik Fofana, who's in very much demand right now, opened the scoring as they
great goal as well, man.
He did a little pauser. He got the defender. He got the defender pause and he finished it. So it's really good. So yeah, Lorient beat Rennes 4-0. Rennes went down to 9 men by the 11th minute. Christopher Wu and Mighty Camera, and they lost 4-0. How do you get 2 red cards before 12 minutes into the game? Like, what's wrong with you?
He had his Weetabix that morning. Like, clearly the coach did. So maybe all the players did. So
yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know. Strasbourg beat Nantes 1-0. Dillian Bakwa, who's in very, very high demand from Nottingham Forest. He sent a really nice cross to Emmanuel Mega, and that was that. Header in the 81st minute. But they got some fun players at that team, bro. There's a lot of fun players.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's just Chelsea light at this point. Any good players that are Strasbourg will end up at Chelsea. So yeah.
Leo beat Monaco 1-0. And your boy scored.
Giroud, but he also missed the penalty as well. They're setting up for penalties this weekend, guys. Seriously, like everyone's just aiming for the moon, clearly, because Giroud's penalty was the same. Yeah, but how old is he now? 38, Giroud, I want to say.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, it's what it is.
He's
gonna end up going to the World Cup again, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't think so. He will get tickets right there. And Marcus Thuram. Yeah, we'll see though. West Ham, we're going to the Premier League, everybody. West Ham had one of the most pathetic displays you will ever see in your life. They went up 1-0 to Lucas Paqueta, and then everything else went down to shit. So, yeah. Did we learn anything new from this game?
That Chelsea can play football without Cole Palmer, so maybe he's not as good as everybody else is saying. I don't know. I'm just saying. No, clearly he's a fantastic footballer, but I think it really is more to do with the fact that West Ham suck bad, and it couldn't happen to a nicer set of fans. So the fans are getting the support that they deserve. Getting the football that their support deserves. Genuinely, like out of everyone in the Premier League, they're the club that loves a fire drill the most. I haven't seen a stadium empty as quick, as frequently as the West Ham one. It happens so often. I don't go to West Ham as much as I go to Palace, but I've seen them, and I've seen Palace ship 5 goals to Arsenal before. They didn't leave early. None of these guys left early, but West Ham seem to do it all the time. Like, they seem to do it all the time. Like, stay and support your team, man. Like, walking away is not good. It's a cultural thing there. It's like, you're not the worst team in the league. You're not the team that's getting the worst result. And I think what is, they think they're bigger than what they are, kind of thing. It's like, no, you're not. Like, that Conference League trophy was nice, but really and truly, like, the reason why you won that is now competing for the league and the Champions League. So, humble yourselves,
Going to add to your point about that is like, even when they fired David Moyes, they thought that they were above David Moyes. I'm like,
can you imagine? David Moyes.
You're talking about one of the baddest bitches in Premier League history. One of these most certified baddies in the Premier League history. You talk about him like he's any guy.
David Moyes is bigger than West Ham. How about that?
Yeah, he is.
How about that?
He is. He coached Joseph Yobo. You can never sing that. Man City lost to Tottenham 2-0. Pep's first rebuild looks like a proper setback against his bogey team, Tottenham. Two first half goals. They look comfortable. Man, coach, we said this in a group chat that it was the midfield, bro. They got suffocated. You remember the scene in Friday After Next when you remember what's his name again? What's his character? The big bald guy.
Debo,
That's always doing something weird. That's
Terry
like
Crews.
Euro training. The bald guy.
Yeah,
You
Terry Crews.
Yeah, Terry Crews. But
Yeah.
Terry Crews put Day
Oh,
Day Greg in a headlock.
headlock. Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
basically what they did to their midfield. They put him in headlock.
Yeah, I don't think they need. I don't think they. I wouldn't even say that it's that extreme. I just think there's no men in their midfield. Their midfield that started, should I say? Like Tijani Reinders, great last week. It's cool, but again, it's your position. It's Wolves. Um, Ryan Shirky clearly needs time to adapt, but again, you don't pair him with Reinders and Nico. He needs bodyguards around him. Like he's not going to be the one to get out of the mud for you. He's not going to work hard enough. He's not going to be competitive enough. So you surround him with more bodyguards. It's and Pep's not stupid. Pep knows that. Like so, I don't know what he thought he was playing at, trying to do that against the Thomas Frank midfield with actual men in their midfield. I don't want to give Tottenham any credit, but compared to City, they had men in their midfield, and they got bullied. Like they got bullied physically, and they just got bullied in general. I I think there needs to be a serious inquest into what he wants to do with that midfield because look at all the talent that's there, but I don't know. I don't see them going. Put it like this: had they, I know we'll get to Liverpool. Had Newcastle played City today, playing the way they did, Newcastle would have won like 5-0 today. Like dead serious. Like that's what I'm talking about. I don't know if they can withstand that sort of uh physical torrent, but it is what it is.
Do you think their systems fully depend on Rodri's form?
Well, he won the Ballon d'Or, so I think he is the system. I think that's clear. He is the system. Single point of failure a bit, but it is when you're a Ballon d'Or winner, you kind of have to be. You're not gonna have backup for a Ballon d'Or winner. Do you know what I mean? So
Coach, I
yeah,
have a scathing take, by the way.
go on.
I don't think Donnarumma is as good as everyone thinks he is,
Of course not.
and I think that everybody who, because I tweeted it, I said he's not that big of an upgrade on James Trafford. They're like, "Oh, you're disrespecting." I was just like, "You'll see.
No,
Don't
no, no,
worry."
no, no. Let me be clear. He is James Trafford. That signing for me was very, very baffling. I have not rated James Trafford a day in my life, and I don't mean that as a disrespectful way. I just don't see. But when people saying, "Oh, he's like the best young English keeper," I'm just like, well, probably because there isn't that many good young English keepers anyway. But he's not. What is James Trafford good at, guys? Seriously, last time they were in the Prem, he didn't pull up any trees. Do you know what I mean? Like I distinctly remember him costing Burnley a few points as well. So that signing for me was just baffling as hell. I don't think he's City quality. Um, but it's what it is. And with Donnarumma, that Champions League run, even during that Champions League run, he done a lot of dumb shit as well. Anyway, so
Do you
yeah,
remember when he gave the ball out to Benzema?
this is what I'm saying. Like last year was an anomaly because every year in the Champions League, PSG go out usually something like usually it has something to do with Donnarumma at some point in the time. So last year was clearly an anomaly, and I feel like people have just forgotten that. But yeah, it is what it is, man.
Bournemouth beat Wolves 1-0. Marcus Taverniers deflected shot made a difference.
Mm.
Um, Question for you about Evan Nilsson.
Mm.
Is he better at winning fouls than scoring goals?
He played for Porto, so fuck him. That's what I can say.
Okay. We can move on swiftly. That was all the answer I needed. Brentford beat Aston Villa 1-0. Dango Torre scored in his debut to give Keith Andrews his first managerial win. Did any of these performances change your mind about these teams?
um, no, Villa are just gonna mumble along to another conference league or Europa League finish. That'll be it. Brentford, however, teams that get relegated have wins like this all the time in it. So that's all I'll say. I'm not gonna say too much.
Okay, okay. Burnley, Sunderland. Sunderland came crashing down to earth. They lost 2-0. Josh Collins scored early in the first half, and Jaden Anthony scored late in the second half to give Burnley their first points.
Mhm.
Who saw that coming?
I mean, it's two championship teams, isn't it? Like, so it is what it is. I can't remember if Burnley finished. I feel like I watched quite a few Burnley games last season as well. Actually, I don't remember, and Sunderland games to be fair. I cannot remember who finished higher of the two. Who won the playoff final again? It was the other team. Was it Leeds? No, it wasn't Leeds. Leeds
No,
won the championship, didn't they?
it was Sunderland.
Sunderland won. No, yeah, it was Sunderland that won the playoff, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Burnley won the league.
And Burnley won the league. Okay, yeah, okay. So Leeds
Yeah,
won from second. Okay, cool.
yeah.
So
Wow, who knew? Who knew I still got brain cells after 5 goals?
yeah, but again, yeah, it's kind of par for course. You know, Burnley were better than Sunderland in the championship. So
Mhm. Makes
yeah,
sense. Arsenal beat Leeds 5-0. Arsenal edition is out now. Go watch that.
yeah,
Do I have any takes in the Arsenal game?
yeah. Go on.
Um, Max Diamond's serious. I mean, we knew that. Bukayo Saka is better than everything that you think that he is, even though he got hurt.
Yeah. Which, by
Uh,
the way, is only going to be 3 to 4 weeks, and two of those weeks are taken out by the international
international
break
break.
anyway. So,
Um, what else do I like about Arsenal that I saw this weekend? Arsenal got men in defense, like real men. I
mm-hmm.
love Saliba and Gabriel. Califuori looks good. Hopefully he stays healthy. Timber is Timber. I know he is who he is. Zubimendi looked good this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Declan Rice looked subdued, not in a bad way, but he wasn't going as forward as he usually does. But he looked
Yeah,
good.
I feel like he's a little bit like a high speed train. Like you won't realize how fast he's going until like much
It's
later
too
on in
late.
the journey,
Yeah.
basically. So
Mhm.
yeah, he'll get going like towards Christmas, and then after that, it's just
Yeah.
yeah,
We'll talk
get out of
about
the
that
way.
too. Yeah. And Gyökeres needed those 2 goals, so shout out to him.
Mm,
And Noni Madueke is gonna be. This is why you signed him. You signed
yeah.
him so you can step up. So shout out to Noni. And no Martinelli. But like I said, the Arsenal edition is out right now. Go listen to that.
Mm,
Coach, Gabby, Mitch, all waxing lyrical about Arsenal. So please go listen to that right now.
mm,
Everton 2, Brighton 0. Iliman NDI scored the first goal at the new Goodison Park.
mm,
Actually, scored the last goal at Goodison Park.
mhm.
The first goal at Hill Dixon Stadium. So shout out to him. They beat their bogey team 2-0. Jack Grealish is a big fish in a small pond, and that's fine. He knows
Mhm.
his level, and take it away.
Yeah, I mean, they were just glazing, dude. I was just like, the first assist was cool, but the second one, don't take the piss. Like, it's literally the whole Busquets and Messi thing against Real Madrid. Like, you just literally gave him the ball like 50,000 miles from goal, and he did the rest. Like, you can't call that an assist. Like,
Yeah.
so, so yeah, goals like that shouldn't even have an assist next to it. Like, just leave it. It's not an assist. But yeah, Jack Grealish, to be honest, like, yeah. Yeah, I think he's gotten away with a lot of murder, but not it's not his own fault in it. Like I don't feel like he goes out there to bother anyone. I don't feel like he's even aware. I genuinely don't feel like he's even aware of his privilege. Like he isn't. Whereas someone like Anthony Gordon is clearly aware of his privilege. Do you know what I mean? Like so, Greenish it's just whatever. It's just like I cost £100 million. Oh, that's news to Jack Grealish. He didn't even know that. Do you know what I mean? Like so.
Jack Grealish doesn't even know when payday is.
This
Because
is what
my
I'm saying. He doesn't even know how he's able to drink every weekend. He's like, how the fuck do I keep having money in my account, guys? Next round's on me.
Jack Grealish is the last of the dying himbos. He's
Yeah,
truly like, if
yeah.
Jack Grealish was in America, he'd be a great 80s character. That's what he'd be.
He'd be on what do you call it? What's that beach that everyone trains at? I've forgotten what the name is.
Oh, Venice.
That's the one. Yeah, he would literally be there.
Crystal Palace won, Nottingham Forest won. They shared the points. Life it
Mm,
out as they began at Selhurst Park with a draw against a club that cost Crystal Palace at third place in the Europa League.
mm,
Ismail Assar got the goal. Callum Hudson-Odoi equalized in the second half. Callum Hudson-Odoi has been looking really good. Last
mhm.
week, he had an elastical pass.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I like Callum Hudson-Odoi, and I think he probably should have went to Bayern. I genuinely do think he should have.
yeah.
At the time that they actually bid for him, he should have just went. Like he could, he could be linking up with Musiala and Elise right now. He wouldn't have even had that injury that essentially derailed the early part of his career. So who knows? But I kind of want to talk about Palace a bit because
Yeah, I was gonna
I,
ask, they with their attack, like, they got Davini and Kamada, like, do you
mm,
think You think anything else? They need any more profiles? Like, talk to me
If
about
you
that.
lose Eze, you're gonna need to buy. I just, I just think they should shop at Arsenal. Like I'm dead serious. Like you should shop at Arsenal, man. Like for good price, we give you Zinchenko. For you, brother, if Stuttgart don't want Fabio Vieira, for good price, we'll give you Fabio Vieira as well. If you don't want, if you want Reece Nelson again, for good price, he's also right-footed as well. We'll do a solid, man. But I'm really looking forward to how they manage because they won obviously in the Conference League and they weren't really phased. Like I forgot, was it Frank something? I forgot what the name of the team was, but they were clearly a class above them. But I'm curious to see what Glasner does because they haven't made that many signings, and Gahey's future is still up in the air. But they've got £68 million now, so I think that this next 5 or 6 days, get to work. Just get to work, start sending out feelers everywhere, man. We'll give you two attackers, bro. We'll give you two attackers for the 68 million that we just gave you for Eze. Basically.
Yeah, just take. I think I was gonna suggest to give them a wild Jaden Sancho, but I remembered Sweetie says she wants an 8-figure rich nigga, so that's not her type.
Yeah, I'm not being funny, but I don't live that far from Crystal Palace, and the culinary delights that she could be in for, I don't think she's even ready. So that could be the great leveler, is what I'll say.
Yeah. So
So
there's good food in Crystal Palace because we all know she eats Doritos and hot dog water.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, I think she won't be able to say no for sure.
Okay, fair enough. Fulham won, Man United won. Manchester United edition is out now. Talked to the good homie, the M series on that. So yeah,
Shout out to him.
United edition is going to be more interactive this year.
Yeah,
So happy with that. Anything you want to talk about that game?
yeah. I just think it's a little bit of a deja vu with opposition players talking about how to play against Man United. Like I just think something's got to be up, man. Like it's happened with Ten Hag, it happened with now it's happening with Amarim as well. Like, and I've said it before, I'll say it again. I just don't like elite clubs playing with three at the back. I just don't feel like it's befitting of them. You know, it no Inter are a special case because it's Italy, and I definitely feel like the three at the back formation definitely suits attack Italian coaches as well, like to a
Mhm.
degree. But if you're at Man United, why are you playing three centre backs? Like seriously, like why are you playing three centre backs? Like I hate to quote, many a middle-aged white man, but it's Manchester United we're talking about here. You know, so that's my thing. But also, more than anything else, I think Cunha will absolutely be amazing this season. He might not score as much as he did last season, but there's so much talent in that boy's boots. He just needs to stop being a fucking bitch, man. I'm sorry. Like that's the only thing I'll say. Like he just needs to stop being a bitch because all the talent is there. Just
Yeah.
you know, take your non-bitch tablets. How about that?
Good for you then. Let's say Amarim does leave. Who
Hmm.
do you think United should play? Like, I'm asking you this is like, forget United Arsenal beef. Like, objectively, United gets rid of Ruben Amarim. Who would you say United needs to go after?
That's a good, good question. Yeah,
I do have a suggestion, but I just want to wait till you're done first.
yeah. I'm not. Let me have a little bit more of a think, actually.
Okay.
Uh, God, no, you told me yours, and then maybe that might jog my memory. Go on.
And Donley Irola.
Yeah, yeah. Because initially I was thinking of Thomas Frank. I was like, oh, he's already at Tottenham kind of thing. But I was like, it would be good to have an actual Premier League manager as well. And Areola is probably the best of what you could possibly get in the Premier League. But if you're looking outside that,
Seb Honus.
yeah, yeah, I don't. The thing is, I get the idea. Oh, United fans don't want to don't want to get rid of it, Amarim, because I'm struggling to even think of coaches to replace him. Cool, but I just think his philosophy more than him having to leave or United having to change manager, he just needs to be open to the idea that the 3-4-3 is not the be all and end all. Like it's just not. That's my biggest takeaway. And the fact that a team that with less resources than that Fulham can find solutions mid game to essentially just he looks so fed up, but to essentially just fuck off all your tactics, that probably should tell you something. So yeah,
And I want to rehash the podcast, but I've said this a million times. I've been begging for midfielders since I was 18 years old.
yeah,
I'm 35. So let's move on to Newcastle versus Liverpool. This game was chaos. Chaos, 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 chaos. Uh, I saw Jason Tinder on the sideline. I was like, I wonder how coach is doing. So the floor is
yeah.
yours to talk about this game.
Thankfully, I didn't catch a glimpse of him. I just want to say that I already kind of knew. I knew Liverpool would win this game because Newcastle are a nothing club, and they're a nothing city as well. So all the barking, all the social media like hype and shit like that, all the full. I knew for a fact that the fans would do a much better sort of would have a lot more fire, or so I thought, and I was proven a bit wrong. They still lost the game, but if you're gonna lose a game, that's essentially how you lose the game. I'm not giving Newcastle credit, by the way. I'm just being clear here. But like, if you're gonna lose a game, that's how you lose the game. On Liverpool though, um, they absolutely are yet to start get going. But it's a good sign for them that they're winning games without getting going just yet. But at the same time,
Mhm.
that's now 2 goals in two. So that's 4 goals they're conceding in 2 games now against teams that they're clear. Well, on paper they're better than at least. I definitely think some defensive reinforcements, not just in defense but in midfield as well. They need them for sure because they got had up today. They actually got dominated today, even with Newcastle's 10 men.
Mhm.
But yeah, I think Anthony Gordon getting sent off was great. I love that because I really hate him. I hate him as much as he loves Trump. So
Anthony Gordon looks like a Harry Potter character.
he just looks like a cunt. I'm sorry.
Oh man, but 10-man Newcastle almost rushed to the point. But Rio got the debut winner, and yeah, who he reminds me of? Not stylistically, but narrative wise,
Going.
Raheem Sterling.
Yeah, I'll tell you what though. With Rio, like I'm not gonna compare him to Dalman, but I've heard his name a lot. I heard about him before I even knew what he looked like, which
Hmm.
is probably a good thing because he's a child. But um, yeah, there was a big battle for him kind of thing. But again, I'm hearing that he's beating guys up in training. Obviously not physically, guys. It's a metaphor, but I'm hearing that he's dealing with these boys. So um, not Klopp saying Slot bringing him on. Wasn't I don't feel like it was even the last roll of the dice thing. I feel like he genuinely felt like the boy could make a difference, and
Hmm.
he was right. He was
Yeah.
right. I also think there's a lot to be said about, I suppose, this amazing attack. This embarrassment of riches that Liverpool have when they're relying on a 16-year-old and Chiesa to make a difference. So we just need to, again, guys, can we reassess this Liverpool transfer window and stuff like that? They spent big money on 2 players. What do you do? Like, so
By the way, Willa Sula, who scored the equalizer before,
another Nigerian.
bro, we are literally just creating hybrids.
Mhm.
A Danish Nigerian who's from Edo State. Like, why are our people the way that they are?
I mean, I saw a tweet the other day about a half Fiji, half Nigerian person. I was like, oh yeah, whatever, man. Whatever, guys. If you didn't know, if there's air and water, you will find a Nigerian. And as far as I know, apparently there's air and water on the moon. Apparently, so don't be surprised if the first person on the moon wasn't an American or a Russian or a Chinese person. It was a Nigerian. Like, let's
Yeah,
be clear.
and he's selling more and more in Accra right now as
Yeah.
we speak. Yeah, so that's our people. Coach, anything else you're gonna add before we get out of here?
Like, share, and subscribe. We have a goal, subscribers goal that we want to hit, but before the end of the year. The more you guys subscribe, the better for us. It helps our videos get out there. It helps you people get even more and better stuff as well. We love you guys for supporting us, but yeah, like, share, subscribe,
Yeah,
please. Thank you guys.
yes. You know what to tell the people, Coach.
Peace.
Take it easy, everybody.
Hey folks, this is Dean from the Shirtless Plantain Show. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and follow us on all our socials. You can see them right beneath our recordings in every video. Thanks again, and see you on the next one.